Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen, to JC Baseball and Sports Replays. Well, it's mostly baseball, what can I tell you? We are here for the final game of our 1973 April 6th opening day. This one will be between the Philadelphia Phillies and Steve Carlton and the New York Mets and Tom Seaver. Should be a good one. Let's see if we can get everything set up here. I think we've got our live broadcast ready to go. As we get one more broadcast in before dinner time. So we can get a few more inches on this here. That's what she said. And a little bit of an angle. There we go. That's pretty close to perfect. And we will get to your starting lineups without further ado. Tom Seaver will be facing off against a Philadelphia lineup that looks like this. At shortstop, leading off Larry Boa. The center fielder, Del Unser, will bat second. Willie Montanez will play right field and bat third. Tom Hutton plays first base and bats fourth. In left field, it's Greg Luzinski batting fifth. Jose Pagan batting sixth and playing third. The backstop, Mike Ryan, batting seventh. Denny Doyle bats eighth and plays second, and the pitcher, Steve Carlton, will bat ninth. So without further ado, here's Seaver to face switch hitting Larry Boa, who'll bat left here. Tom's a very good pitcher, as we all know, and this is one of his best seasons. 997, that's an in play against a right-hander. 97 is an F7, fly ball left field. No problem for Jones, and Boa's retired. That will bring up the left-handed center fielder, Del Unser. Seaver delivers. It's a 4-30. Tough, and that's going to be a single up the middle for Unser. He fights off a hard inside pitch. Jammed him a little bit, but that finds its way through the center. And he's a 3, no steal there. Here's the left-handed batter, Willie Montanez. Montanez playing right field. Has some power. About a 760. That's a tough and fly ball left field. Jones is there for the second out. Well, Montanez retired. Here's the first baseman, Tom Hutton. Hutton, 27-year-old left-hander. About a 662. Tough. Again, and another fly ball to left. Jones busy out there, so one left, no runs. And we have no scores. We head to the bottom of the first, and I try to destroy the Tom Hutton card. Fortunately, Payoff Pitch makes a really, really solid card. Well, here's Steve Carlton. Pretty good season for Carlton. Not his best. A 29-year-old Carlton with a 3.90 ERA in 73 and a 13-20 record for the hapless Phils. He'll be facing a Mets lineup that starts like this. At shortstop, Bud Harrelson leading off. Felix Milan plays second and bats second. In center field, all-time Hall of Famer and maybe the best ever, Willie Mays, in his final season. Right fielder Rusty Staub bats cleanup. Batting fifth, it's Cleon Jones in left. First baseman John Milner bats sixth. Jim Fregosi plays third and bats seventh. Duffy Dyer will do the catching and bat eighth, and the pitcher himself, Tom Seaver, will bat ninth. So here's Harrelson leading off against the lefty Carlton. Harrelson, a switch hitter, batting right. That's a 7-37. And just over the single range, that's a pop-up on the infield. No problem for the shortstop Boa. There's one away. Pardon me while I take my hat off so I don't hit the camera again. Here's the second baseman for New York, Milan. His first at bat of the season is a 7.05. Tough. And he fights this one off the other way. That's going to find a gap in right center field. Finally corralled by Montanez. He gets it in. But Milan is into second standing with a one-out double. And that'll bring up Willie Mays. Mays, 42 years old this season. Milan on second, one out. Good pitch from Carlton. These guys have seen each other a few times. It's a 6.97, tough pitch. And he fights it off. Drives it to medium deep left field. Lazinski's there and takes it in for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up the right fielder, Rusty Staub. Let's have high hopes for a big season from Rusty. How about a 334? That's an in play, and this one's popped up on the infield. Over by first, Hutton is there and makes the catch to retire the side. So one left. One hit, one left. No score after one. Seaver returns to the mound. He'll face Lazinski, Pagan, and Ryan. Here's the left fielder, Lazinski. He bats right against the righty Seaver and against pretty much everybody else in the league. 697. Another fly ball out toward left. Left fielders are busy today. Must be the wind. And that's one away. Lazinski retired. Here's Pagan. How about a 720? That's a tough strikeout for Pagan. Seaver took something off, and Pagan chased. 2 away quickly for Tom. And here's the catcher, Ryan. A right-handed batter, 32 years old. 793, another high one. And another jam shot out toward left field. No problem again for Jones. He's made 5 of the 6 outs. Seaver has the other one as a strikeout. And the Phillies go down 1-2-3 here in the second. Carlton will face Jones, Milner, and Fregosi in the bottom half. Here's Cleon. Mets are feeling good about their squad this year. That's a 701. Not feeling good about that as Carlton blows Jones away on a high fastball. 1 away. Here's the first baseman, Milner. He's got some pop from the left side. Of course, lefty on lefty, never a good situation when you're facing Carlton. How about a 752? And he just misses a single. Instead, it's going to be a grounder down at third. There's Pagan. Over to Hutton at first, and Milner's retired for the second out. 2 down quickly here against Carlton in the bottom of the second, and here's Fregosi. Got a jumper. It's a 1067 after the foul ball. That's a ballpark for a right-hander. It'll be an in-play here in Shea Stadium. How about a 75? Fly ball center field this time. Unser is there. And that's the third out. A 1-2-3 for Carlton. And things are starting off pretty much as you'd expect with these 2 pitchers on the mound. Seaver, of course, in his prime. So is Carlton. They're the same age this season, 29 and 73. It'll be Doyle, Carlton, and Boa against Seaver in the third. It's Denny Doyle, left-handed second baseman, leading things off. That's a tough pitch. 11 strikes him out. Doyle's down. Here's Carlton. Not a bad hitter. He's an 8 in payoff pitch. The pitch from Seaver's a 3. Defense check 49. Error second base. So we'll check Milan's error 4. Pretty good. And a 40. Not going to be an error. That's going to be an out of some sort. Ground ball down to second. Milan has it. And over to the first baseman, Hutton. The first baseman, Milner, for the second out. Here's Boa. He's 0 for 1. Seaver, 665. That's tough. And it grounded down to second again. The same old 4-3, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Seaver. He's given up 1 hit through 3. Faced 1 over the minimum, and there's no scores. We head to the bottom of the third. Lefty Carlton will face Dyer, Seaver, and Harrelson. Here's Duffy Dyer, right-handed hitting catcher. Get in there. It's a 775, tough. And against the lefty, nothing doing. Fly ball to center. No problem for Unser. Dyer is retired for the first out of the inning. Seaver a 6-hitter, so Carlton's a better hitter than him, but Seaver's a better pitcher this year. Anyway, 9-14. That is a patient, and Seaver draws a walk. He lays off a high pitch, a check swing. And the ump says he didn't go, so Tom's on at first with 1 out. Helping himself a little bit, and here's Harrelson. Harrelson popped up the first time up. This is a 936, that's a patient. And another base on balls. If you look at Carlton's card, he's allowed 113 walks this year and 40 starts. 293 innings, so it's not a terrible ratio, only 3.5 per 9. It's not a great ratio either, though. You compare that to Seaver's 64 and 290 innings, so almost twice as many walks and almost twice as often. So it's first and second here. One down, and Milan comes to bat. Felix doubled his first time up, seeing Carlton well. He fought one off. This is an 861 tough. And a fly ball out toward right field. Montanez is there, and that is the second out of the inning. Pardon me. I'm in a rush, apparently. Two down. Everybody holds, and here's Mays. Mays flew out to left his first time up. How about a 979? That's a patient. And even against lefties, that's outside Mays' patient ran. This one's out to center field. Unser makes the play. One hit, two walks, two left. No score as we go to 4. Cruising right along here, it's Seaver versus Unser. Unser's got a single to his credit today, 1 for 1. 8-15, that's a patient. And that's the base on balls. Unser reaching for the second time. No steal on an 8. Here's Montanez. Montanez 2, that's a tough on Seaver, not a wheelhouse, and a 65. Grounded to short. That's probably going to be a double play with a 2. It is. Grounded down to Harrelson, to Milan, to Milner, the 6-4-3. Double play. So that erases the leadoff walk, and now it's Hutton. Hutton flew out to left his first time up, 0 for 1. Seaver is ready. The pitch, it's a 9-19 in play, and a base hit. Hutton fights this one off through the left side, and he'll be on at first with a 2-out single. And that'll bring up the power-hitting Lazinski, a dangerous hitter. Doesn't care if you're a right-hander, left-hander, or what. He hits it hard. He also strikes out a fair amount, so see how Seaver handles him. It's an 8. Patient 85 is going to be a grounder. Hard hit toward the shortstop Harrelson, and he will go the easy way to the first to retire the side. So a walk, a hit, one left. Still no score as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Shaping up as a pitcher's duel between Seaver and Carlton. And Carlton doesn't like that we just said that. He probably feels like we just jinxed him. Well, he can't hear us, Bob. That's a good point, Jim. Well, anyway, it's Staub leading things off. Popped up to the infield first time up. How about a 7, tough 0-1? You can bet that's a strikeout. Staub is down. Chasing lefty there. And that'll bring up Jones, who struck out his first time up. 1 out, Carlton delivers. 8-27, another tough, nope, not a strikeout. Against the lefty, Jones lines this one up the middle. One hopper into the outfield, fielded quickly, and Jones will hold it first. Just checking the seal. I didn't think it was an 8 for Cleon, and it's not. 1 on, 1 out. Here's Milner. 0 for 1 today. About a 10, 46. That's a ballpark. Lefty. That's a wheelhouse. Look out. Interestingly, Shea is an even stadium this year. 46 on both sides for the wheelhouse, and Milner just hit it. So let's see how he does against the lefty. That's a 48. That'll be a base hit. Into right field. Jones around second on his way to third. He'll get there. And Milner has a 1-out single. First and third, 1 down here, and Fregosi coming up. The first run of the game, 90 feet away, and Jones. Milner on first, 1 down. You know they're playing for 2 here. Fregosi does not ground into a lot of double plays, though. 10-97 ballpark. That's going to be an in-play result for Fregosi against the lefty. 74. G4. They're going to try to get the double. Doyle flips to Boa and taken out by the slide by Milner. No throw. So the run scores on the fielder's choice. And New York takes a 1-0 lead on the Fregosi RBI fielder's choice. 2 down now, and here's Dyer. How quickly can we get this game in, folks? I'm not rushing, but I would like to play with some crispness here. How about a 5-48? That's a patient. And a base hit, a 2-out single for Dyer. Again, into right center field. Fregosi is into third. And that'll be up to Seaver to see if he can get another run out of this one. In any case, the Mets will clear the pitcher, which is always nice. You never want him leading off. Well, Tom walked his first time up. He'll bat right. He'll use the the 6 column. And that's a 6 tough 39. You can bet that's a strikeout against almost every pitcher in the game. So the Mets leave 2, but they score 1. On the RBI ground out by Fregosi, and they lead at 1-0 now. Seaver with a lead is a dangerous man, folks, and he will face Pagan, Ryan, and Doyle, 6, 7, 8. Pagan 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. How about a 9.79? That's an in-play. Fly ball center. Tom letting him get it in the air, but with no damage thus far. Knock on something wooden, Bob. How about your head? Thanks, Jim. So here's Ryan. 1 out. Ryan's 0 for 1. 5-12. Tough strikeout. Seaver blows Ryan out of his pants. That doesn't sound good. And with 2 outs, it'll be Doyle, who struck out his first time up. How about an 11.71? That's going to be a tough G6. Grounded Harrelson over to Milner, and another 1-2-3 for Seaver. He's done that 3 times today out of 5 chances. The Mets lead 1-0. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Carlton's got to deal with the top of the order. Harrelson, Milan, and Mays. Harrelson, a 9.18 patient, and you can bet that's a base on balls for Bud. So Harrelson takes the walk down to first, and that'll bring up Milan. Harrelson is a B stealer. He's pretty good. We might see a hit and run here. Carlton aware. He throws over. Keep Harrelson close. Harrelson with a small lead. And Milan. Harrelson's off with the pitch. It's a 6.90 tough. 90 is going to be a G6. So we have to roll on the hit and run chart. How about an 8? Going to be only 1 play for the shortstop, Boa. He's going to go to first. Harrelson will be in at second. So Milan gets the job done, moves Harrelson into scoring position with 1 out, and here's Mays. Willie's flown out to left and center. 1 out, runner on second. Mets lead by 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. It's a 9.07 patient, and Willie lays off, and he will take first base. Well, even an aging Mays, you can't blame Carlton for being a little careful, and Willie's still got a pretty good eye. So first and second now, that'll set up the double play, and Staub can be prone to just that, but lefty on lefty, let's see how it goes. That is a 12 patient 29, and Staub lays off. Carlton does not like the call, but Staub goes down to first base all the same, and now it's bases loaded. And the walks have gotten him in trouble here. 3 walks in the inning to load the bases with 1 out, and Cleon Jones will come and try to clean things up a little. He's batting 5th, not cleanup, but all the same, this is a clutch opportunity for Cleon. Now, Cleon is a little double play prone, and Carlton knows that, so he's going to be looking to induce a ground ball here. Bases full of Mets. 1-run lead, bottom of the 5th. Carlton in trouble with the bases loaded. We already said that. That's okay, Bob. Jones waits from the right side. The pitch from Carlton. How about a 6? That's tough. 37. And Jones with a clutch piece of hitting. A line drive up the middle. He shortened his swing there, and he will get an RBI. Harrelson comes home. Oops. And Cleon's on at first with an RBI single, and it's 2-0 New York. That'll bring up Milner. Base is still loaded. Milner's got some power. Another lefty on lefty should favor Carlton, but his control has deserted him today, and he put one right over the middle. Nice low pitch, but Jones handled it. So here's the bases loaded. 1 out. Milner, 10. That's ballpark. 32. We know that's wheelhouse. This could be trouble. He homers on anything less than a 36. It's an 0-2. Oh, my. Carlton tried a curveball on a 1-2 count, and Milner looked, just waited on it, and this one is high. It is far. Forget about it. John Milner with a grand slam homer here in the 5th inning. And that breaks this one wide open. A 4-run blast. Mays scores. Staub scores. Jones trots in right behind Staub, and Milner's coming around second, round third. meets his teammates at home plate. The grand slam homer here, and it's a 5-run inning, 6-0 New York, bottom of the 5th, and Carlton can only hang his head. It's time to hit the showers for Steve. Not the way he wanted to begin this season. So Carlton will take the rest of the day off. He goes only 4 1/3 and gives up 6. All of them are earned. That big grand slam homer. Let's see. 1. We can close the book on him right now. 2, 3, 4. 6 hits, 6 runs, all earned. Let's see. Walks and strikeouts. 0-1, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, 3-3, 4-3, 5 walks, and 3 strikeouts. So that tells the story. 11 base runners and a grand slam. And that is why the Phillies are in a 6-0 hole. Well, they need some mop-up relief here. You're not going to mail it in, but you're also not going to expect too much out of these guys at this point. So let's see who they can throw to get some innings. They're going to go to Barry Lersch. And we might see a double switch here because Carlton due to lead things off. What am I doing here? Okay, so what are our options? Lersch is going to come in. He's a 9. And you could pull Doyle if we've got somebody to sub for him. Let's see. Let's see who Philly's got on the bench. Anybody play second base? Probably. Tovar can. And so could Terry Harmon. Let's go with Cesar Tovar. So we're going to do a double switch here. Tovar will come in and play second, bat 9th. And Danny Doyle will take the rest of the day off. The pitcher will bat 8th. So we're actually going to make this a B. And this an A. Try to get as many quality at-bats out of this as we can. That's coming out. Second baseman C2, run 7, steal 3C. We had a close one, folks, but this one's blown wide open now. Tovar will lead things off when the Phillies come to bat. Let's just get the card organization in order here. Make my life easier. So 5 runs are in. And it'll be Fregosi facing off against Barry Lersch. With 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. It's a 6-0 ball game. We had a close one, and then it went all out of proportion in a hurry. Well, here's 480. That is a patient against the right-hander Lersch. Fly ball to center. Unser's there, as he's been a few times today, for the 2nd out. That'll bring up the catcher Dyer, who's 1 for 2. How about a 359? That's a defense check. Error 3rd. It'll be on Pagan, whose error is a 3. 24, probably a hit, an error, excuse me. So that's going to be an error on the third baseman Pagan. It'll be a 5. That's an E5 for 1 base. So Dyer's on. He's a 2, so even a 3 doesn't get him stealing. And Seaver will get to bat again with 2 outs and a man on. Tom using that 6 column. It's a 6-0-8. Tough strikes him out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs in for New York on that one. 1 left, pardon me. Lersch gets through the inning. And Seaver will come out now with a big lead. 6 runs to work with. We'll face Tovar, who just entered the game for Doyle, batting 9th, followed by Boa and Unser. Here's Tovar making his first at-bat of the year. An 8, patient 77 against the righty as a fly ball center field. Mays is there, and he makes the play for the first out of the inning. Philadelphia running out of chances against Tom Terrific. And here's Boa. He's 0 for 2. 878. That's another patient, but again, a really high number. Another fly ball out to center. We know how that ends. Mays has plenty of room, makes the catch. He's looking good out there, folks. He doesn't look 42. He looks like he's taken 5 years off in the offseason. We'll see how he holds up under the stress of everyday play. You don't expect Willie to be like he was when he was 30. But man, it'd be nice if he could stay healthy all season, wouldn't it? Well, there's a 1049. That's a ballpark. We know that's out of the 46 range, so that's an in-play for Unser. Got some bouncy dice all of a sudden. About an 86. Another fly ball to center. So Tom's letting him hit it right to the middle of the field and pitching to the score, and he keeps the shutout intact, a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the Phillies, and Lurch will come back out to pitch the bottom of the 6th. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. I'm enjoying my day. Started a blog about this replay and enjoying writing on the Saber website about it as well. So the Saber Games and Simulations website, that is. Here's Harrelson. Check that out if you haven't had a chance before. There's some pretty good replay content on there, as well as some really good baseball content. Most recently, an interview with Joe Bryan, creator of this very game, Payoff Pitch. Really, really nice guy, Joe is. Not that I've met him, but based on the interview. And has created a wonderful game here. So, in any case, Harrelson will lead things off. He's walked twice and scored a run, 0 for 1 in the box score. Lurch is ready at 11. That's a wheelhouse. 70, nothing for Harrelson. Grounder down to second. No problem for the recently admitted Tovar. And there's one away for New York. Here's Milan, 1 for 3 today with a double. 988 is an in-play. Grounded down to short this time. Boa's there. And Milan is out by a step. And that'll bring up Mays. 0 for 2, a run and a walk. But a 5.52, that's an in-play. Grounded down to third this time. Pagan takes care of Mays. And a 1-2-3 for Lurch. So 6-0 as we head to the 7th, and Mets comfortably in front. And here's Tom to deal with the left-handed Montanez. 0 for 2 today as well. 6-0-3. You can bet that's a strikeout. One away. Montanez down on 3 pitches. Here's Tom Hutton. 1 for 2 is Tom. Tom versus Tom action right now. It's an 8-0-5. That's a patient, and he lays off for a base on balls. So he'll reach for the second time today. Auto steals turned off in my game after a 5-run lead, especially once we're past the 5th inning. So here's Lazinski. That's a 6-10. Unless your name's Ricky Henderson, then you know he's going. That's a tough strikeout. Tom took something off there. It was a changeup or a splitter, but Lazinski swung over the top for the second out. So Hutton on first, 2 down. Here's Pagan, who's 0 for 2. We'll count that. That's a 9-27 in play. And a 27 is a pop-up on the infield. Plenty of room for Milan. He calls everyone off and makes the play. 1 walk, 1 left. No score for Philadelphia in the 7th. We hit the 7th inning stretch. I'll take a sip of water. And Barry Lurch will come out for his 3rd inning of work. 6-0 New York from Shea Stadium. The righty Lurch will face the lefty Rusty Staub to start things off. How about a 7-0-4? That's a tough pitch, and he's down on strikes. Staub down quickly. That's his 3rd time out in 4 trips. He also walked and scored a run. Here's Cleon Jones, who's 2 for 3, a couple of runs and an RBI. 775 out towards center. Unser's been busy, and he handles this one. Jones retired for the 2nd out. And here's Milner. How about a 941? That's an in-play. Grounder down to first. Hutton's there. Flips to Lurch. And that'll do it. And I think that'll be it for Lurch. He's probably due up this inning, but in any case, he's gone 3. Which means if we bring him out, well, a little less than 3. He's gone 2.2, but he's worked in 3 innings, which means he'll need a day off, and he would be fatigued if we kept him in the game. That's just how it works here at Payoff Pitch. And yeah, he's due to bat third, I believe. But first, Mike Ryan. Ryan 0 for 2. How about a 5-16? You know what that is? Sit down, tough as a K. Second strikeout of Ryan today for Seaver. Wait, am I off? Where's Tovar? I put oh no, that's right. Put Tovar in the wrong place. So this is actually the pitcher Lurch due up in the 8th spot. Put this pitcher sitting card away and we'll get a pinch hitter. Who's going to come up for Philly against the right-handed Seaver? Well, they got nothing but righties on the bench. So let's see. Could be Bill Robinson. Seems like the best choice. So Bill Robinson will make his season debut as a pinch hitter here in the 8th. So 1 out. Here's Robinson from the right side. Solid hitter is Robinson. That's a 7, not 19. Not today. He's not. Seaver's got it working, and that's the second strikeout of the inning. And that'll bring up Tovar. Tovar 0 for 1 since he came in defensive replacement on that double switch back in the 5th. Well, here's a 9.76. That's an in play. Forget it. Fly ball to center. Willie's getting his exercise today and corrals this one for the 3rd out of the inning. 1-2-3 for Seaver in the 8th. Pardon me. There'll only be one chance for Philly. Meanwhile, they have to bring on a relief pitcher for an inning. And they're going to give Bill Wilson some work. So Wilson comes on. He'll face Fregosi, Dyer, and Seaver. I doubt they're going to pinch hit for Seaver. He's got a scoreless game under his belt so far through 8. So Wilson's ready. How about a 9.27 ballpark? That's going to be a wheelhouse chance for Fregosi against the right-hander. He cannot homer. He just doesn't hit him. And a 97. He hits this one as deep as he possibly can, but it's going to fall a little short of the warning track, and Lazinski's there to retire Fregosi on a loud fly ball that didn't go too far. Here's Dyer. Duffy's 1 for 3. Reached on an error as well. 6.84. That's a tough pitch. And grounded down to short. Boa to Hutton. Dyer's done. Here's Tom. Struck out twice and walked today. Making his 4th plate appearance. That's how you know you're pitching well, when you get to bat 4 times as a pitcher. How about a 10.74? That's an in-play fly ball out to center. We've said that a lot today, and Unser and Mays have been busy. This time it's Unser. And we'll head to the top of the 9th. The Mets holding on to a 6-run lead, and Tom Terrific will come out and try to close it out against the top of the Phillies order. It's Boa, Unser, and Montanez due up. Here's Larry Boa. 2 flyouts and a ground out, 0 for 3 in the box score. Seaver is ready, and that's a 4, tough, 99. Another lofted fly ball. Medium deep for Jones. He's there, and that's 1 away. Here's Unser. Unser's had a decent day at the plate. 1 for 2 with a walk. But, of course, nobody's gotten really far against Seaver. In fact, let's see. I think only Tom Hutton. Nope, he didn't even actually get to second. No one has gotten safely to second base today against Seaver, folks. Not so far, anyway. There's still 2 outs to go. Let's see what happens. Here's Unser. 1 for 2 with that walk, as we mentioned. 5.85. That's tough. It's not going to get any better here. Another fly ball to Mays. Seaver giving him plenty of room and plenty to work with, and Mays makes the catch for the 2nd out. So here at opening day in Shea Stadium, Tom Seaver 1 out away from a complete game shutout. And he's got to face Willie Montanez, who could turn that. He could erase that shutout with 1 swing of the bat, but Seaver's not going to worry about it. He's coming to work. Montanez 0 for 3. A fly out, a grounded double play, and a strikeout in the 7th. Tom's ready. Montanez waits from the left side. 2 down, top of the 9th. That's a 7:34. And it's not over yet, folks. Montanez fights this one off, and it trickles through the left side. A seeing eye single for Willie Montanez with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. And it'll bring up Tom Hutton. Well, Tom's brother EF, a lot of people listen to, but so far today, Tom has done his own work. He's 1 for 2 with a walk and a flyout. You'd like to keep a rally going here. 2 outs, top of the 9th, 1 man on. Seaver from the stretch. 7:90, paying no attention to the runner whatsoever. That's a tough pitch, grounded hard toward Milan. He has it, flips to Milner at first, and that's all she wrote, folks. The game is over. Tom Seaver has secured an opening day complete game shutout, a 9-inning victory. Let's see what his line looks like. He gave up 1, 2, 3 base hits all day. No runs, none earned. Obviously no homers. And the walks and Ks look like this. 0-1, 0-2, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, 2-4, 2-5, 2-6, 2-7. 2 walks and 7 strikeouts for Seaver in an efficient game. And the Mets go to 1-0. The Phillies 0-1 as Carlton will take the loss. That's all from our ball game here in Shea Stadium on April 6, 1973, the final game of this day in baseball history. We'll head on to April 7th. Don't know which game we're going to broadcast from that one, but we will have one Monday or Tuesday night. All right? Well, thank you, folks, for tuning in. My name is Joe. This has been JC Sports Replays. You can find my blog and links to my social media in the description once the games are live. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you had fun. I know I did. We'll see you next time. Keep them rolling.